Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Narc. In a world overflowing with dating apps, fleeting connections, and fast-paced romances, there exists a quiet kind of magic, one that often goes unnoticed but never unfelt. It's found not in loud declarations or flashy gestures, but in the gentle, almost invisible things that older women do. These small actions, born from experience and confidence, strike a chord deep within men's hearts, often without either of them fully realizing why. You see, older women don't play games. They've lived through seasons of joy and pain, of growth and letting go. And because of this, everything they do is infused with intention. There's something magnetic about a woman who no longer seeks validation but simply shares her presence. And men, though they may not always say it aloud, notice. Number 10, she loves softly but with power. Finally, the most deeply moving thing an older woman does. She loves in a way that's soft, but never weak. Her love doesn't shout. It doesn't cling. It doesn't rush. It invites. It might be in how she cooks for him, not out of duty, but care. How she leaves him space when he's quiet, but sends a warm message that says, "I'm thinking of you." How she remembers the things that matter to him, not to impress, but because she cares. She knows that love isn't about control. It's about attention, about showing up again and again in ways both big and microscopic. She loves with her eyes, with her presence, with her grace. And perhaps most importantly, she doesn't love out of fear. She doesn't ask him to complete her. She doesn't hold him hostage with expectations. She simply chooses him, each day, freely. That kind of love disarms even the most guarded men. It breaks down walls. It reaches into places he didn't even know were aching. Because it's not love that demands. It's love that accepts. And through that softness, it becomes power. The power to open him, to steady him, to make him believe in connection again. The quiet flame that lasts. So here we are, the final brushstrokes of this quiet portrait. 10 small things, each one easy to overlook, none of them loud, none of them desperate. Yet together, they form the kind of presence that changes a man. Older women, whether they know it or not, often awaken a gentler side of men. Not because they ask them to be less, but because they show them that being real is safe, that they don't have to posture, that strength can be soft, that connection isn't about control, but care. In a world that constantly teaches men to perform, to pursue, to dominate, an older woman reminds him that he's enough, even in stillness, especially in stillness, and he'll carry that feeling with him long after she's gone. Because the truth is, when a man meets a woman who lives and loves like that, he never forgets her. Number 7, she doesn't try to control him. There's a particular freedom in being with someone who lets you be. She doesn't micromanage his choices. She doesn't try to mold him into a version that fits her expectations. She accepts him, messy parts and all. And that doesn't mean she agrees with everything he does, but she respects his autonomy. Older women have learned that control doesn't create closeness. It creates resistance. They don't waste energy trying to dominate the relationship. They know how to influence without force, how to inspire without pressure. She doesn't nag. She doesn't keep score. She doesn't lecture. She trusts. And that trust is powerful. Because when a man feels trusted, he rises. He becomes more of the man he wants to be, not because she told him to, but because she believed he could. With her, he feels like a partner, not a project. This is a quiet thing, but it's one of the deepest ways love can be expressed. Through freedom, the love that builds, not burns. By now, you're probably seeing a theme emerge. These things older women do. Listening deeply, bringing peace, showing appreciation, giving emotional safety are not loud. They don't shout for attention, but they shape the way a man feels in her presence. He doesn't just feel desired, he feels valued. He doesn't just feel attracted, he feels accepted. He doesn't just feel wanted, he feels respected. These feelings are rare in a world that often measures love by performance. But with her, love feels like coming home. And maybe that's why men secretly love these things so much, because they speak to something deep and ancient in the male heart, the desire to be needed, not for his achievements, but for who he is at his core. That's what older women understand, and that's why their quiet ways leave such a lasting echo. By now, we've traveled through several of the small but meaningful ways older women unknowingly capture men's hearts. And perhaps what makes them so enchanting isn't just what they do, but the intention behind it. There's no manipulation, no strategy, no need to chase. Their love is not a performance, it's a presence. And that's why, more often than not, it stays with a man long after the moment has passed. As we close this journey, let's explore the final 3 small things older women do that men secretly, deeply love. Number 8, she lives in the moment and brings him with her. There's something grounding about a woman who's learned how to be here, not lost in what could be, not consumed by what was, but present in the now. Older women have made peace with time. They've watched seasons change, children grow, people come and go. And with that experience comes something rare, appreciation. They know that this moment right now is all we truly have. She doesn't rush through conversations. She doesn't multitask while they eat dinner. She doesn't take his presence for granted. When she's with him, she's with him. Maybe it's the way she leans in when he speaks, or how she'll gently reach for his hand while watching a movie, not to get something, just to share the moment. Or how she'll stop in the middle of a walk to admire a tree in bloom, or the scent of rain on warm pavement. She draws him back to his senses, to life, to himself. And men, whether they say it or not, are often starving for this kind of grounding. The world pushes them to plan, to achieve, to fix. But with her, they remember how to feel, how to slow down, how to just be. And that simple gift, it's unforgettable. Number 9, she holds her own life beautifully. There's something irresistibly attractive about a woman who is deeply in touch with her own life. Older women have passions. They have routines, hobbies, friendships, sacred rituals. Maybe she gardens. Maybe she reads for hours in the quiet corners of her home. Maybe she goes dancing on Fridays, or keeps a secret journal, or travels solo when her heart calls her elsewhere. She doesn't need a man to feel fulfilled, but when she chooses to let one in, it means everything. Men love this more than they admit, because contrary to popular belief, a man doesn't want to be someone's entire world. He wants to be with a woman who already has a world and invites him to be part of it. When he sees how she nourishes herself, how she enjoys her own company, how she protects her peace, how she continues learning and growing, he doesn't feel pressure. He feels inspired. This kind of independence doesn't push him away. It draws him in. It says, "I'm whole. You don't have to save me. I just want to share this life with you." And that creates a love that's free, not forced. It's easy to think that attraction is all about grand gestures or appearances, but time has a way of peeling back the layers of that illusion. As men grow and mature, many begin to realize that what moves them most are not dramatic declarations or surface-level spark, but the steady, grounding presence of a woman who carries herself with quiet grace. Older women have lived through enough to know that connection isn't about perfection. It's about showing up, fully and honestly. And in the small moments, often unspoken and unseen, they build a kind of intimacy that lingers far beyond a fleeting encounter. Let's continue with the next small things they do that men secretly love. Number 4, she brings peace into the room. There's a moment, subtle and soft, when she walks into his space. Maybe it's after a long day. Maybe he's been overthinking, caught in the whirlwind of responsibility, and then she enters. And without saying much, Without even trying, everything slows down. Older women have an almost mystical ability to bring peace. They don't need to fill the silence. They don't need to fix the chaos. They just are. And somehow, that's enough to create a sense of calm. Maybe it's the scent of her skin, faint but comforting. Maybe it's the way she hums quietly while preparing tea, or how she lets her presence speak louder than her voice. Men notice this kind of tranquility, especially in a world that rarely stops spinning. She doesn't demand attention. She offers stillness. To a man overwhelmed by pressure, an older woman becomes a sanctuary. Her presence is not an escape, but a return. A return to simplicity, to breath, to the feeling of being grounded. He may not say it out loud, but deep down he craves her energy, not because it excites him, but because it settles him, and that, in its own quiet way, is seductive. Number 5, she's emotionally self-aware. One of the most subtle but deeply attractive qualities older women possess is emotional awareness. They've spent years navigating their own feelings, disappointments, hopes, and heartbreaks, and in doing so, they've cultivated something rare: the ability to feel deeply without drowning in it. She doesn't explode when something bothers her. She communicates. She doesn't expect a man to read her mind. She articulates her needs, her boundaries, her feelings, with kindness but clarity. She can say, "That hurt me," without making him the villain. She can say, "I need space," without withdrawing love. She doesn't manipulate with silence or punish with mood swings. She owns her emotions. And because of that, a man feels safe with her, not just physically but emotionally. With her, he doesn't have to tiptoe. He doesn't have to guess what's wrong. He knows that if something comes up, she'll bring it with maturity. That kind of emotional stability is magnetic, not because it's drama-free, but because it's real and respectful. And let's be honest, many men find themselves tired of emotional chaos. With an older woman, they find something they didn't realize they were starving for: emotional safety. Number 6, she appreciates the little things men do. In a world that often demands more effort, more perfection, more grandness, an older woman brings something different: appreciation. He brings her coffee just the way she likes it. She smiles, touches his hand, and says, "Thank you, that means a lot." He remembers something she mentioned weeks ago. She doesn't brush it off. She acknowledges it with warmth, maybe even a kiss on the cheek and a whispered, "You're amazing." Older women don't take kindness for granted. They've seen enough to know that genuine gestures are precious, that thoughtfulness deserves recognition, that love lives in the small acts. And when a man feels appreciated, not for the big things, but for the simple things, it unlocks something in him. He feels seen. He feels like what he brings matters. Too often, men carry the quiet weight of never being enough. They work hard, they provide, they try to show love, but it goes unnoticed. Or worse, it's expected. But with her, a simple thank you feels like music. A warm hug after he fixes something around the house feels like a reward. Her noticing makes him want to do more, because in her presence, effort is not demanded, it's valued. Number 1, the way she listens, truly listens. It's a late Sunday afternoon. The rain taps gently against the window. He's sitting on the couch, recounting a difficult week, his frustrations at work, a moment of doubt, a decision he's unsure about. She sits beside him, one leg folded beneath her, a cup of tea in her hand. But more importantly, she's there. Not just physically, but fully present. Older women have learned the rare art of listening, not to respond, not to advise, not to fix, just to hold space. She doesn't interrupt. She doesn't glance at her phone. She lets the silence stretch when it needs to, comfortable with the quiet between sentences. Her eyes meet his, not with pity, but with understanding. Maybe she's been through something similar. Maybe she knows that sometimes what a man needs most is not a solution, but someone who sees him, And in that moment, he feels heard, not as a problem to be solved, but as a person to be understood. It's such a simple thing. But to a man who's grown used to being the strong one, the provider, the one who's supposed to always have it together, her quiet attentiveness is more seductive than any compliment, because in a world that's always rushing, a woman who listens with her whole heart becomes unforgettable. Number 2, her confidence in the little things. There's a quiet power in the way she carries herself. She walks into a room, not to be noticed, but because she belongs there. She doesn't seek the spotlight, but the room naturally turns toward her. There's something in her posture, the way she holds her bag, the relaxed smile she gives to the barista, the way she chooses her words with care and doesn't mind pausing before she speaks. It's not arrogance. It's not performance. It's confidence built over time, through heartbreaks survived, careers navigated, friendships lost and found, and long nights turned into brighter mornings. Older women have stopped trying to be everything to everyone. That freedom gives them a glow that can't be faked. Men notice this. Even if they don't talk about it, they feel it. It's in the way she says no without apology. It's in how she asks for what she wants, not demandingly, but clearly. It's in her lack of desperation, which ironically makes her incredibly desirable. She's not trying to prove anything. She's just being. And that ease, that self-possession, draws men in like gravity. It's not just about what she wears or how she looks, though those things can catch the eye. It's about her inner posture, her self-trust, her calm. It's the confidence of someone who knows that approval isn't currency, and that's exactly why men secretly love it. Number 3, the way she touches without rush. One of the most quietly powerful things older women do is touch differently. It could be the way her hand lingers on his arm during conversation, not in a flirty, calculated way, but like it means something. Like she's really with him in that moment. Or the way she brushes a stray hair from his forehead, not even realizing how intimate that feels. Or how she might gently rest her palm on his chest when he says something vulnerable, as if to say, I see you and I'm here. There's no rush in her touch, no sense of performance. She's not trying to ignite desire, though she often does. She's offering presence and affection wrapped in calm assurance. Younger lovers might race toward passion, all heat and fire. But older women understand the slow burn, the kind of touch that communicates 1,000 unspoken things: trust, care, attention, desire. And men respond to this with something deeper than lust. They feel safe, wanted, not just for their bodies, but for who they are. There's a difference between someone touching you because they want something from you, and someone touching you because they see you. Older women touch like that, and men never forget it. A quiet beginning. These first 3 small things, her listening, her quiet confidence, her unhurried touch, may seem ordinary on the surface, but they're anything but. They represent a deeper wisdom, a softer strength. And the truth is, men are often starving for that kind of connection. They just don't always know how to ask for it. With an older woman, they don't have to. She offers it freely, naturally. And in return, he finds himself opening up in ways he didn't expect. He starts to breathe a little easier. He begins to show more of himself, not just the polished parts, but the messy, uncertain human parts too, because she makes him feel like that's enough, like he is enough. And that is the beginning of something truly rare.